So Narayan, the usage of words, the choice of words has been, it's shameful that one could say something like that and then say that I didn't mean it. And I did not say it against Hinduism, but Sanatan Dharm is Hinduism. If you're saying that eradicate Sanatan Dharm, then in other words, it could conclude as eradicate Hinduism. You could misinterpret it, absolutely. And he's given enough room to misinterpret it.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
But no apology has come either for hurting sentiments.
No, there's not going to be one because you have to understand that the Dravidian movement, whether DMK or ADMK, historically and regardless of what Kovai Satyan says now, has always seen caste as an evil, and caste has been associated with Hinduism. It, of course, could have been spelled out more specifically in those terms by Udayanidhi Stalin, which he didn't do. Sanatan Dharm opened up the terminology, opened up the debate to question whether you mean Hinduism or caste when you use that term. That is the problem that he's facing. But when you look at it through the rhetoric of the Dravidian movement since 1967, there have been multiple attacks on Sanatan Dharm, seeing it as equated to caste. So, it is a question of interpretation. And
but then was different, today is different, isn't it, Mr. Narayan? What may have been a narrative at that point in time, decades ago, the narrative today is different. Hindus in India are staunch. By and large, a comment like this will hurt sentiments. So isn't to maybe say that he did not mean to hurt sentiments, apologize if he did. Of course, none can force him to do it. It's all up to him. It's his prerogative to apologize or not. But it's sad that he doesn't choose to do so despite having nearly 80% of people in Tamil Nadu Hindus.
Yeah, but I don't, as your initial question to us on the show was, what is the opinion on the ground? There is no groundswell of movement in Tamil Nadu against what he said. Well, whatever other reports you may be having, that is simply a matter of fact. There are there is a large proportion of Hindus in Tamil society, there's no doubt. But that actually raises the question of exactly what I said earlier, which is what part of what is implied by Sanatan Dharma? Is it Hinduism at a broad sweep? Or is it caste and the evils of caste in particular? Because when you look at dharma, the word dharma within Sanatana Dharma, as it is used traditionally in the days of yore, it does imply duty, and you also talk about varna, jati. There are subtle shades of difference, but they refer to the occupation of different sections of society. At least this is the interpretation taken on by the Dravidian movement leaders. I'm just trying to explain the meaning. So that is the lens from which they have mentioned Sanatan Dharma, saying the relegation of specific social groups to specific positions in terms of occupational mobility or lack thereof, that is what we object to. We want social justice which can lift up any person regardless of where they are born at the start of their life.
No, well, it is well-meaning. There's without a doubt this is well-meaning. But as I come to an end here, I'd like to get your word on the political perception or the perception of the India bloc itself being for it or against it. You have the Shiv Sena condemning it. Uddhav Thakkare Shiv Sena, because they're staunch Hindutwas themselves and they say this comment should be slammed. You have the Congress members again split on the matter. Rahul Gandhi has stayed mum on it. You have Karti Chidambaram, Priyank Kharge, who fully backed Stalin Jr. So how would you look at it as part of the India bloc, and whether they stand for it or against it? It's still unclear. And none of them chose to speak to us, so maybe you can speak for them if you will.
Is that addressed to me?
Yes, Narayan.
Yeah, so I do think the one point I agree with Mr. Kovai Satyan on is that it is definitely designed to bring attention in the political and media cycle to Udayanidhi Stalin for whatever reasons. It could be to groom him or to project him as a future leader or so forth. But if you look at the India alliance and the broader the dynamics of coalition politics, it is an absolutely sort of disastrous step for them, because this will be seized.
All right, we seem to have a audio problem there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Yeah, so I said this is going to be seized upon by the BJP and its allies in the election next year to project the entire India alliance as being hand in glove to destroy Hinduism as a religion. So this is, I think, however, only one of many such pitfalls we'll see the India alliance face because at the end of the day, there are many different regional leaders, each viewing national politics through their own regional lens. And that could pose many such hurdles. I think they're going to have to work a formula where they can each preserve their own political position, yet come together nationally to challenge the BJP. And that, of course, is no easy task.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Narayan and Kovai Satyan. Mr. Satyan, a final word from you. Will the BJP and the AIDMK collectively take this up in the run-up to 2024? Will this be your poll campaign in criticism of the India bloc?
No, this is not targeted as a vote bank politics as far as AIDMK is concerned. Our ideology and BJP ideologies are different. BJP has taken it up particularly in the northern part of India because that will directly hit the vote banks of the I.N.D.I.A. That's why they are being forced to respond for the charges made by BJP. In politics, there is an opportunity in the action of every political party wherein BJP sees this as a political opportunity, when I.N.D.I.A has to respond to it. But as Tamil Nadu is concerned, this might not give the desired results when it comes to religion and vote bank politics.